Hello students, welcome back to the class. So students, in our previous lecture we have discussed about the two methods for finding the HCF of any set of numbers. First one, the common factor method. Second, the prime factorization method. Now today we are going to study about the third method of finding the HCF, or you can say the highest common factor of any numbers. So this third method, which is actually the division method, also known as long division method. If we see, both the methods are same, but yes, there is a difference in the pattern, or you can say in the manner of solving the question. So there is a different pattern we use to solve the questions. So very first, I would like to explain you how to solve the HCF, or you can say how to find the HCF of a number by division method. And for that, let me take an example, and suppose it is said that you have to find the HCF of these two numbers, and the numbers are 98 and 96. So suppose it is said that find the HCF of these two numbers by division method. So division method is basically like in our previous method. So you might have studied this prime factorization method. We have discussed in our previous video, also in our previous lecture, that there we have finded out the factors of the numbers which are given to us separately. Here in this division method, we will write both the numbers together in the same setup. So instead of writing the factors on those two different places, I will write the two numbers in the same factorization setup. Now we have to choose. Now we have to find the factors. So for factorization, we have to choose any such number, or you can say we have to find that factor which divides both the numbers given to us. So now we are in a need of that number, or you can say that prime number which divides both 98 and 96. The first priority is always to the prime number. So these two numbers, both 98 and 96, are divisible by 2. So let us start the division. As I divide 98 by 2, what I will get? 4 2s are 8 and 9. So that means 49. And here I will get 48. Clear? So I have divided 98 by 2. The answer is 49. And as I will divide 96 by 2, I'll get 48. Now, we have to find, is there any other number also which divides these two numbers? Is there any number? So let us see. 49 is actually divisible by 7 only, and 48 is not divisible by 7. 48 is not divisible by 7. That means your factorization method, or you can say the division method, is complete at this point only, because there are no such numbers which divide both the values together at the same time. Like 48 is divisible by 2, but 49 is not divisible. 48 is divisible by 3, but 49 is not divisible by 3. 48 is divisible by 6, but this number is not. This number is only divisible by 7, whereas 48 is not divisible by 7. So in that case, you have to leave this division method at this point only. That means the process is complete. Only thing what you have to write is the HCF. Now the HCF of 98 and 96 is actually equals to 2. The number which is given on the left hand side, that means on the vertical side. So this 2 is actually the HCF of these two numbers. Clear, students? Let me explain you by taking one more example. And suppose your numbers are 24 and 36. Suppose it is said that find the HCF of these two numbers by division method. So once again we will follow the same step. We'll write 24 and 36 on the same setup, and then let's start dividing. So both the numbers are divisible by 2. So I'll start with 2 only. 2 multiplied by 12 gives us 24, and 2 multiplied by 18 gives us 36. Now let's check, are these numbers still divisible by any common factor, or you can say common number? Yes, both the numbers are divisible by 2. So 2 6 times 12 and 2 9 times gives us 18. Now, is there still any common factor between these two? That means any common number which divides both 6 and 9? Answer is yes, 3. 3 is the common number which divides both the values together. So 3 2 times gives us 6, and 3 multiplied by 3 times. So 3 multiplied 3 times gives us 9. Now, is there any number which divides both 2 and 3? No. That means your division method, or you can say the factorization method, is till this much only. The next step is to find the HCF. So to find the HCF of these two numbers, so HCF is actually equals to the product of the numbers on the left side of the vertical column. So what are the numbers? The numbers are 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 3. 2 into 2 into 3. Let's multiply the number here. 2 2s are 4 and 4 3s are 12. So 12 is the HCF of given two numbers 24 and 36. So with this you can solve any HCF value, or you can say you can find HCF of any set of numbers. Here instead of 2 numbers there can be 3 values, there can be 4 values, or any number of values. But you can solve, or you can say you can find the HCF of the numbers by division method in this manner. I hope this division method is clear to all of you. Okay students, now moving forward, and as we have already said, and as I already told you, that division method is also known as long division method. Now suppose the similar two numbers are given to you. So I am taking the example as 24 and 36. So we have already calculated its HCF as 12. Now let us see whether we are getting the same HCF when we are doing it by long division method. So what is long division method? It is something like division method only, in which we divides the number, and we divides the number in the same manner. The bigger number, or you can say the greater number, acts like a dividend, and the smaller will be the divisor. So we are going to divide 36 with 24. So let's divide it now. 24 ones are 24. Subtracting the value, what you get here? 6 minus 4 gives us 2. 3 minus 2 is 1. Now we are left with remainder 12. But since it is HCF, and you can say this is long division method, so there is a different manner, or you can say different pattern of solving it up. What we will do, we will bring this divisor to this place, and we will continue the division at this point once again, and the divisor will act as a dividend at this point. So by arrow I am just showing you that which number will come. The divisor will now act as a dividend. Whatever divisor we have in the previous step, that will now become the dividend, and remainder will act as a divisor. Okay, divisor becomes dividend and remainder becomes divisor. Now we will divide 24 by 12. So 12 twos are 24, and as you can see our division is complete. That means remainder is 0. As soon as your remainder is 0, that means your long division method is complete. So you have to divide it, you have to continue the same process till the time you are not getting remainder as 0. Now here, as I got remainder as 0, that means long division method is complete. Next process is to find the HCF. So HCF, what will be the HCF when we are finding it by long division method? So remember always the divisor of the last division process. The divisor of the last division process, the last step of the division, and whatever value is divisor in that division, it will be always your HCF. So that means our last division step was this. This was the first step. This is the second step. And in second step, what is our divisor? Divisor is 12. So that is why this 12 will actually become the HCF of these two numbers. I hope this is clear to you. So students, let us take one more example to learn, or you can say to understand more about long division method, because this is a very important method to find the HCF of any given numbers. So here, as you can see, I have taken an example in which three values are given: the number 115, 230 and 345. Three different values are given to us, and it is said that find their HCF by long division method. So when there are three values, so how we are going to solve this? Let's see. Very first, what we will do, we will choose any two numbers, or I can say that you may choose the smallest two numbers and find out the HCF of the two smallest number and leave the largest one for the end. So right now we will start with these two numbers and we will find the HCF of 115 and 230. So this will be our step 1. So first step, what we will do, we will find the HCF of 115 and 230. So very first we are going to find the HCF of 115 and 230 by long division method. So let us start the division method. So what will be our dividend? The dividend will be 230. Our divisor is 115. So as you know, let's multiply 115 so that we get 230 or something less than this. So yes, 115 2s are 230. So that means as I multiply 115 two times, the answer I got is 230. So our remainder is 0. That means division is complete. So what is the HCF for these two numbers? So HCF of 115 and 230 is 115, because as I told you, the divisor will be the HCF. Clear, students? Now this process is not yet done because we have one more value for finding the HCF. So now what we will do, we will solve, or you can say we will divide the third value by the HCF of the previous two numbers. So now second step will be there, and in step 2 what we will do, we will find the HCF of 115 and the third number which is left yet now, which is left, that is 315. So now we will find the HCF of 115 and 345. So the HCF of 115 and 345. So dividend is 345, divisor will be 115. Let's multiply the number once again, and I'll choose the number 3, because if I multiply 115 by 2, I'll get 230. Now let's check what we will get when we multiply it by 3. 3 5s are 15, 1 carry, 3 1s are 3 plus 4, 3 1s are 3. What I am getting is 345 exactly. So 115 3s are 3 345. 115 multiplied by 3 times, we get 345. Once again, our remainder is 0. That means our division process is done. So what is our final HCF? So the final HCF for the given numbers. Now at this point you don't have to write the HCF of these two numbers, because now we are going to find the HCF of all these three numbers. So the final HCF, therefore the final HCF is divisor of the last division step. So that is 115. So I hope this topic is clear to all of you, how to find the HCF by using long division method. So students, please understand this concept very carefully. This is a very important topic in terms of finding the HCF and very useful also later on in your higher studies. Thank you for the students. So students, please understand the concept very carefully. Thank you for the lesson, students.